I can get you a $500,000 mortgage in just a period of 45 days. And that is also with removing your negative items and having to increase your credit score. What do you say? Well, can't really say anything because you would hang up on me if I called you and said, hey, John, hey, Jane, guess what? Don't worry about your negative items. We're going to get rid of those collections and charge-offs and repossession, your bankruptcy, your student loans. I don't care what's on there. And we're going to increase your credit score in 45 days so you can go out and get that $500,000 mortgage, right? You can't even lie, like real talk, you would hang up. But it's expected that when someone gets on a call with me, that I'm supposed to tell them exactly what they want to hear, and that yes, I can absolutely 100% get you exactly what you're looking for in that period of time. However, it doesn't work like that, and I think that it's absolutely crazy that I actually have to argue with people. Really? Like, I argue with the bureaus all day. Like, I argue for a living with the credit bureaus, but I also have to argue with people about timing that has nothing to do with me and everything to do with the credit bureaus having zero incentive to remove these things from your credit report. Because remember, they are in the data business. They obtain, maintain, and sell your information. And that is the only thing that they care about. And so they do not want to remove this stuff from your credit report because it keeps you in the subprime market, right? Your lower scores means higher interest rates. It means more valuable information to sell to potential data furnishers, right? These lenders, it's all about data, okay? So let me tell you about this call that I had today. And this is the entire point behind this, because I know that this person is not the only person out there that thinks this way, all right? And remember, the only person that this benefits or hurts is you. So if I were you, I would pay attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth, all right? So look, I've been doing this for 12 years. That is over a decade of experience. I am a board certified expert with the CCA, okay? Now, if I go to your job, whatever you do, I don't care if you work at a meat packing plant, if you do taxes for a living, or if you are an astronaut, you already know for a fact that I wouldn't be able to walk in and just immediately do your job unless I had previously done that job the exact same way that you do, right? However, people think that even though I've been doing this for 12 years, and even though I'm a board certified expert, and even though I have the numbers to prove everything that I do, but that because they don't like what I'm saying, they can come in and do it better than me, do it faster than me, right? How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? It makes absolutely no sense. And this is called confirmation bias, right? So here's the deal. If it were as simple as just sending out a couple of letters, if what you were looking for were just so obtainable, why wouldn't I give it to you? Do you think that I like making 1,200 videos breaking down this entire process and telling you, like, look, it's gonna take patience, it's gonna be a process, you're gonna have to be persistent and really invest into this. And not even talking about financially, I'm talking about mindset and, again, patience. But I'm gonna be able to get you where you need to be. Do you think that I would go through that entire thing for the 9 years that I've been here on YouTube if it were as simple as just sending out a couple of letters? I don't have to make 1,200 videos to explain how to write 1, 2, or 3 letters, right? However, that's how people think that that's what people think, that it's all about just having to write a couple of letters and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, you're gonna do exactly what I know how to do, but that took me 12 years, you're gonna do it in just 30, 45 days. So this person that I spoke with today, that I, completely and totally removed myself from the situation. I tried to explain, like, hey, look, this has nothing to do with a sale and everything to do with you understanding the process, because someone else is going to jump right on this and tell you exactly what you want to hear. And I could have told you in about 12 different places already, yes, absolutely. It's only going to be XYZ amount of money. All you got to do is sign up, open that wallet. What's your credit card number, right? But I never once did that. I didn't even offer services because this person could not get on the same page and said, oh, well, it's gonna take you 6 months to remove my bankruptcy and my student loans and my collections and charge-offs. So, it's just because you're busy. Honey, what? Because I'm busy? No, because that's the amount of time that it takes to actually remove these from your credit report. And you're not even factoring in the fact that you've previously worked on your credit. Right? So this person said that, oh, I disputed before and I got 4 things removed. What were those 4 things? Oh, they were medical collections. So I can use that same process and get all these other things removed. No, you can't. No, you can't. If you just took the time to go back through my 1,200 videos and really, 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 again, took the time to understand the process, You would learn exactly what it takes to put into this to permanently and legally remove your negative items. However, this is the day and age of everyone wants everything like yesterday, and I get it. But you cannot take that approach with this. If you don't do this the right way, your negative items are not going to come off. And no, I don't like making videos like this where it seems like I'm like yelling at my community, but I'm not yelling at you. I feel bad for you because there's so many other people who are spouting all these terrible things about, oh, it's only going to be 14 days and go to the CFPB first and do this, that, and the third, when all it's going to do is make it so that you cannot remove these negative items and you're going to be right back here, except for you're going to be way further back. Why? Because the longer you dispute, the harder it is to remove those negative items. And you can get banned from disputing. They can be re-aged. You can drop your credit score. You can literally make it so that you're going to have to wait a full 7.5 years when all you had to do was just slow your roll and learn to do this the right way, right? Because if I had exactly what you were looking for, I would give it to you, right? You can't even give me one reason, one solid reason why I would not give you exactly what you're looking for in the time frame that you want it to be in, other than the fact that it does not exist. I know what else is out there. There's companies who don't give you the copies of the disputes. They don't dispute all your negative items. They don't do all 3 bureaus. They send out the same letters for everybody. You never see what you're paying for. You have no idea what they're doing with your personal information. And yet you're willing to give away all of your basic consumer rights to see what you're paying for just because you need or want to fix your credit, right? When, hey, look, you should always be able to see what someone is doing with your personal information. All your negative items should be disputed at the same time in all 3 bureaus, and they should be custom factual disputes because the bureaus get 1.5 million disputes per month per bureau of those same letters that everyone else is sending out. But even if we put those things aside, even though you can get from me what no one else is going to give you, right? It's still not what you want to hear. That it's going to take longer than 30 to 45 days. Why did you wait until after you went and got your pre-approval before you got on the phone with someone to see if you could fix your credit? You really gave yourself 45 days to increase your credit score and remove your negative items so that when they go and they do that final credit pull, that you're actually going to get qualified, right? Now, and that's not even talking about the fact that you didn't even know what that notice of dispute was for. You thought that it was for, I disputed something like a chargeback with my bank and they put that on there. No, they didn't. That's not what that is. That's the notice of dispute pursuant to section 623 from when you actually disputed online, which you also were not supposed to do, right? So you see what I'm saying? That there's things that people do, right, that they don't realize because they didn't take the time to search it and research it and understand it and learn it, that set you further back. When if you had just not disputed online, if you had, understood what really went into this, then you wouldn't have waited until 45 days before, you closed, right? So, and again, you know that I don't do names. I don't even say the gender of this person. This is just, again, I know that this is not the only person out there that thinks this way, and that is why I'm sharing this with you, because it would absolutely blew my mind that here I am, instead of telling someone that yes, they can remove these, but not in that period of time, because otherwise I would give it to you and I would have absolutely no problem charging for it, that I'm